Conversation right here at Uhuru Gardens, and for this particular championship to be what it is today, to be able to run the 22nd edition quite successfully, you need the sponsors, and part of the team of sponsors that have been key to ensuring that we have a successful 22nd edition of the Stanchart Nairobi Marathon is Prudential Life Assurance. And I'm glad to be joined by Mr. Bernard Kinyanjui, Head of Corporate. Bernard, welcome to NTV.
Thank you for having me.
How's the day been so far?
Oh, quite beautiful. It's quite interesting to see how many participants have joined in, the enthusiasm. It's really quite great. The environment is quite electric.
And of course, the environment where you as Prudential have plugged in is in the family 5K fun run, where you get to enjoy time with your kids, your wife, and just have a good time. Why did you decide to commit and engage in that particular race?
Okay, so we took up the 5-kilometer race, being that we are family-oriented life assurance company. So for an easy Sunday where you have your loved ones, your family members, children, coming together, the encouragement that we have is as to foster healthy living, healthy lifestyles. And, having a walk now that the schools have closed with the family is quite a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And for sure, but what are Prudential's long-term plans for supporting sports, and how will this partnership benefit families and communities in Kenya?
Okay. So we are in for the long haul. This is the third time that you're sponsoring. That's just commitment that we'll be doing this over and over again. Partnering with future makers gives us an opportunity to impact people's lives, their youths, because the contributions that come from this goes into giving the youth skills, especially for the job creation, and also for the community, because the initiatives that are there are far-reaching, not just from economical, but from a social effect.
In the morning, what started off this particular competition was the wheelchair race, and it started off at 5:40. And so, how does Prudential seek to have that diversity and inclusion, especially for persons with disabilities?
Okay, so our motto is to have the inclusion of persons, all able people, whether, I don't like saying disadvantaged people, but all able people. So the idea behind it is just to ensure that we bring the togetherness, the impact to this. Because generating a future is all wholesome. You have to ensure that everyone is included. We are in for the long haul, like I said, and hopefully we'll have it as a bigger event come next year.
Mm-hmm. Have you participated yourself?
I'm just about to get to the 5-kilometer run. It's only, I think, just about to start.
Yeah?
I have my kids around, so we'll have some fun.
Must be quite enjoyable for you to have run with your family.
They are quite ecstatic. They can't wait. They're like, Daddy, why are you doing this interview? Let's just get on to it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bernard Kinyanjui. He's the head of corporate at Prudential. And of course, we're just having just the conclusion of the other races. Since morning, we've had 7 categories being competed in, and we're continuing. And of course, right now, it's a family fun race that Prudential is sponsoring, and they are just eager to be included in this particular fundraise, because the fundraise is about the family. The family is very important when it comes to Prudential, when it comes to having and ensuring that our family setup is well established. And we are just behind me, actually, are just competitors who have been competing in other races, in the 10 kilometers race and the 21 kilometers race. This is where they are collecting their medals, and it's very important for each competitor to have a souvenir, just to remind themselves that they also took part in this edition, the 22nd edition. Remember, Standard Chartered have been ensuring that we have this competition for the past 24 years. They started back in 2023. It was being competed in Nairobi CBD, and then they switched to the Southern Bypass for convenience of Nairobians. And so far, it has been absolutely spectacular. And just when you see the course itself, it's not an easy course, because it took Bernard Chepkonyi 2 hours, 11 minutes, and 1 second to conclude and emerge victorious in the men's marathon. In the women's marathon, Helen Chepkorir finished in 2 hours, 27 minutes and 17 seconds. It shows you, of course, altitude does play a part. And Nairobi has a higher altitude, but all in all, it has been quite difficult to participate. It's not an easy course, to say the least. And now I'm glad to be joined by Winnie Rachel, Country Director of UNICAP. Winnie, great to see you here.
Good to see you.
How are you doing?
I'm feeling okay.
Yeah?
Fine.
How's the day been for you so far?
Exciting. We've been part of the Standard Chartered Marathon for years, and this year is big and more exciting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How many years have you partnered with Standard Chartered?
4 years now.
Yeah?
Yes.
And how's the growth been over the 4-year course?
I mean, I'm amazed at the good work that Standard Chartered is doing, because as you can see, the numbers keep growing every day. And it's been exciting to just see people from all walks of life getting excited. Today, as I was leaving my house, my children were so excited they couldn't wait for this particular day. So I just want to applaud Standard Chartered for putting this together, controlling this kind of crowd. And it's a really an interesting event to be part of.
And how does UNICAP now plug into this particular competition?
For the past years that we've been partners with Standard Chartered, we've plugged in as the sustainability partner. And the previous years, we have been offering seedlings to the runners. But this year, we also ventured into seed balls. And this is because seed balls provide a better way of, conserving the environment. And it has also given people a very easy moment just carrying around the seed balls to go with them home. And so we come in terms of sustainability to impact that bit of Standard Chartered Marathon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I saw Standard Chartered are planning to plant 100,000 trees. That's a huge number.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How important is it for us to conserve our environment and make everything that we do sustainable in the long run for the next generation?
I usually say that if every year every person would be planting a tree during their birthday, we'll be doing better. But then again, if you find forums like the Standard Chartered Marathon, where we come in for a better cause, everybody is looking towards, gearing towards having the sustainability in their mind. When we talk about 1,000 trees being planted in a day, that is no joke.
Yeah.
And I think if we embrace this, we keep embracing this every year, we're gonna do better, because as the years go by, we realize that there are a lot of changes that are taking place, the climate change. This is a conversation that most of the time people think it's a joke, but it's here with us, it's affecting us. And so as a community, I support the fact that let's engage each and every person, every organization to come together to support the sustainability of planting trees every year.
Oh, that's a fantastic initiative. Can you tell us about some of the green initiatives UNICAP has supported or introduced to make this event more environmentally friendly?
Yeah, like I mentioned, this year around we decided that we are doing seed balls. Yes, we have tree seedlings, but then over the years you find that when people were carrying these particular seedlings, it was bulky, and as they moved around with these seedlings, you find that it was dirtifying the environment because of the soil and all that as they move around. But when we brought in the seed balls, it made it very, very easy. It's just a small packet. I wish I had one.
Yeah, because I'm trying to understand the seed balls and seedlings.
Yeah.
What's the difference? What's the correlation?
Seedlings, the seed balls are round. They are very tiny and round. So they are just in a very small packet. You can carry like 8.
Oh,
and
really?
Those are 8 trees. So what you do, you just go and throw them.
You throw?
Yes, in the farm. And once the seed balls get contact with moisture, then they germinate.
Okay.
So it becomes very easy. You know, that one conserves the environment. It's better off than the tree whereby you have to keep carrying it, you know, you have to dig a hole and all those. This one you just take, throw it, and that's it. Tomorrow it will germinate. So it makes it easy.
Sounds like the broadcast method of planting seeds.
Yeah.
Isn't there, for example, if a ball lands in the same place with another ball, is there any growth inhibition when they start to mature?
Yeah, but you see, if you're throwing seed balls, there's no possibility that they're going to land in the same place, maybe the same area. Like today we had avocado, we had orange, and we had mango as the seed balls.
All right.
So when you throw them, you just try to ensure that they're in different spaces so that also you don't have the trees, you know, competing for attention as they grow. Yeah.
And where exactly have you managed to plant these trees?
They grow in any space as long as the soil is okay, and then the seed balls come in contact with the water, then it just germinates. Yeah, work pretty fast. Yeah.
So, looking beyond today, how does UNICAF plan to keep driving awareness and action around sustainability within the wider community?
Within the wider community. So as an organization, we also participate in a lot of environmental activities. This year alone, I think we've been able to visit schools across the country and, just impacting the lives of youths and bringing them on board to be able to, embrace sustainability. And so we go into schools right from when they are coming from school. They need to know that this is a very important cause to run with. By the time they're getting into the work environment, they have already absorbed the culture. And that is why I was saying, as an organization, we are very keen. We do a lot of CSR with the children's home, children who are very young. So right there and about, you start impacting that particular knowledge. And as they grow up, they just know, this is something that I need to be embracing. And so we have run several events. Every year we come up with different campaigns where we do, and that's why it was important for us to be part of the Stanchart Marathon as a sustainability campaign.
Thank you very much, Winnie Rachel, Country Director at UNICAF. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you
and
so
just
much.
Getting to know more about the environment and what exactly we can do in order to make our society, our communities a better place. And now let's cross over to Gladys Mideta, who is keen to have a conversation in another part of Uhuru Gardens. Gladys, what more can you tell us where you are?
Well, thank you very much, Elijah. This is the life of the village. And as you can see, the participants are visiting various stands here. And one of the stands that we are in is the Osteocare stands. They have been partners with the Stanchart Marathon, and they do give supplements. But now, even as we want to go in and visit this tent, we just want to find out exactly what is going on in this tent. What are they selling? Because this is how it is. These are guys who've taken part in various marathons. I don't know whether it's the 5K, the 10K, or the 21K, but this is exactly how it looks like right now. People's bones are aching, and I am assuming that even as things are going on here, we are going to get a bit of perspective on exactly what is going to be going on. We can see a lot of action, people being shown how the supplements should be taken. But before that, I'm joined by a lovely lady here called Ida Mudama. Ida, how are you?
I'm good. Hi. Welcome to Harleys.
Oh, it's called Harleys, but this
Harleys
is
Limited. Yes.
Well, Ida, maybe you can just tell us Osteocare and what it is about and why you choose to partner with the Stanchart Marathon.
All right. First, why we chose to partner with Stanchart Marathon is that as Harleys, we believe wellness is the foundation of success, either at personal level or at work level. We have to be at our optimum to perform. So Harleys, being one of the leading distributors of pharmaceuticals, consumer products, medical commodities, we felt like we would play a role in coming into Stanchart and selling knowledge more than we are selling the product. This is where we discuss the importance of supplementation and why it is important at every stage in life. And we normally say that we have a product for everyone, from conception all the way to the elderly. But today we chose Osteocare because all the runners are very keen on their bone health. And Osteocare is the leading supplement, not only in Kenya, but globally. Osteocare is the leading calcium supplement that helps to put the body into its optimum in levels of calcium. We need to understand first, calcium is one of the minerals that is easily depleted, whether it's during exercise, during pregnancy, childbirth, and even in breastfeeding. So there's a reason as to why we say we need to supplement. It doesn't mean that we are not getting all the nutrients from our food, but do we get them at the optimum levels? They are the levels that we are required to take in a normal day. So you would ask someone and they would tell you, yes, I take a balanced diet. But if I ask randomly, what's a balanced diet? Maybe one or two people will understand what's a balanced diet. So this is where we come in to bridge the gap, to give you that which you do not get in your food, because probably how we prepare the foods, how we store them, even where the foods are grown, where they are planted, is the soil in the right pH? How do we prepare our foods? Mostly as Kenyans, we cook. We cook the food to be sweet. But you find that at times all the minerals that we are chasing are depleted during the preparation period. So that is why we have different products for each and every stage. We have products for pregnancy, which are called the PregnaCare supplements. If we could move to one of the shelves, at least to get to see what we have. If you look here, we have products from all the way from conception to the elderly. And the reason as to why we have them tailor-made for the age and the gender is because what a woman in the stage of conception requires is not what a woman requires when she's already pregnant. What a pregnant or what a breastfeeding mother requires in terms of nutrition and nutrients is not what the newborn requires.
Well, I'm seeing something here, calcium, magnesium, and the bones. And you've talked about the bones being, very critical, especially when you're exercising. And this is one of those things. You've gone for 42 kilometers. You're not sure how your preparation has been, and probably you just get a few, pains here and there. Does this work for such marathon?
What really happens when you're supplementing with calcium is we're looking at, do you have enough calcium in your bones? And given that the natural sources of calcium that we have is milk and dairy products, and you would find that there are some people who have a bad reaction with milk. So we say, for you to get the optimum amount of calcium from your diet, maybe you will have to take 4 glasses of milk in a day. Is that even sustainable? I don't think so. For me, I would not take 4 glasses of milk. And the only source you'd find that people take milk in tea. That tea contains something we call tannins, which hinders the absorption of the calcium that you're looking for. So that is why we come in with supplementation, just to ensure that you're getting the recommended daily allowance.
Okay. Right now I'm seeing a lot of people who are just from running are getting this product here. What is this, and maybe how is it helping them today, right now, as they are done? Like we can see something being mixed there.
So what we are doing today, we are checking their bone density. We have nutritionists, we have orthopedics over there. You can see them. They are talking to the patients. They are doing analysis. So when we find that your calcium levels are low, that is now where we are sending you with a prescription, of course, from the doctor, to come to our stand and get one for free. At least today we are giving for free. It's a way of giving back to the society while educating the society at the same time. So yeah, they're getting a prescription from the doctor, then coming here, getting one for free for at least for 20 days. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So 20 days it is, Elijah Wakabi. As you can see, everyone, men and women, are all here, and in this tent here by Osteocare, or Harleys as they call themselves today, it's Osteocare that is here, and they are supplementing. They're making sure that your bones, they're checking your bone density, they're looking at your calcium levels, something that is very, very important. So if your teeth are falling off, probably this is the place that you'd want to be here, and just get to know a little bit more about how important it is to check your calcium levels. Now, very interesting, you've talked about orthopedics being here and nutritionists being here. Do they also tell you, according to what they find, what exactly you should be taking? Do they recommend what you should be taking?
Yes. At this level, they are recommending, but to those people who require further diagnosis, they are also referring them to the right people to see. So here we are just doing the basic, checking the levels and giving them the supplements that they are required to be taking. But if they really, really need to do further diagnosis, we are sending them to different hospitals that we work with.
So you see, it doesn't matter whether you took part in the marathon. This is the beauty of the Stanchart Marathon. It gives everyone an opportunity to get checked. I mean, I haven't ran yet. Probably next year I'll be preparing myself, but I don't know if my bones will be able to sustain this. So maybe later on, my cameraman Fidel and I will be here checking our bone density. That's what I understand it is, in our calcium levels, just to make sure that we are in the right space. We might be here looking as fit as possible, but probably we just may have something. So if you are here, make your way to this tent. Make sure you get your calcium checked, get your density, bone density checked. And I am so happy to see both young and old here, just wanting to know more about their health. Health and wellness is one of the reasons why this Standard Chartered Marathon happens. It's been 22 editions and they're still going strong. Ida, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for the education that you have given us today. Any last words?
Any last words is that a supplement does not beat nutrition. Nutrition first, then we supplement that which we are not getting from our diets. Thank you.
Well, there you have it, guys. Supplement doesn't substitute nutrition, and it is only here at the Stanchart Marathon that you get to know about your bone density and your calcium levels. But you have to visit this tent here. It's the Harley's tent, courtesy. Today, it's all about osteocare. I didn't know some of these things. On this other side, it's all about hydration. And on this other side, it's all about Prudential. We are going to be talking to our hydration, one of the hydration partners here, just to see how guys are, getting hydrated. How important is hydration? Not just sometimes you just take water, but what else does Reload have? So let's walk into this tent. It's looking very colorful, very beautiful, and it's good to see that guys are getting, hydrated here with the right. You're getting an orange drink, a lemon drink. It is an isotonic drink. My goodness, you guys, this village is absolutely exciting to be in. And yeah, as we take a look around, you can tell in this tent here, it's both young and old, all coming here to make sure that they are getting the right hydration. This is Reload. They're one of the hydration partners here, and we are going to be talking to one of the people in this tent, people who are responsible for this partnership. So maybe you can start by telling us your name, and then from there we can move on.
Excellent. First and foremost, I hope you guys are all reloaded. Now, my name is Prasun Shah, and I'm the Managing Director of Excel Chemicals Limited, Food Division, and we manufacture food and beverages in Kenya.
Well, maybe you can tell us what products and solutions is Reloaded providing to keep the participants hydrated throughout this marathon.
So basically, Reload is an electrolyte. It's an isotonic drink. And when you are running for marathons, you sweat a lot. You get muscle cramps. And basically, with Reload, we have got the four minerals: sodium, magnesium, potassium, and calcium. So when you drink this product, your mineral balance comes in place. You don't get cramps. And then we also have vitamin C. And that will help you recover much faster.
Well, when you look at the turnout today, of course, over 30,000 people have come here. Just maybe you can tell us, what do you do to ensure that the stations are conveniently and efficiently set up along the whole marathon? Because you have 42, 21, 10 kilometers and 5.
So what we have been working with the Standard Chartered Marathon organizers, and together we have linked up what are the main places we need to hydrate, because runners need hydration at different points. And then they've also got an amazing volunteer group. So with that, together in mind, we have put Reload everywhere. And in the end, we want to make sure that everyone is hydrated so that when they finish strong.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Let's get back to Elijah. We're still going to be here in the village telling you more about the partnerships and why it is important to make sure that we have a successful Stanchart Marathon. Back to you, Elijah and Wakabi.
Well, thank you very much, Gladys. You seem to be having a ball out there with plenty of fans and interviews that you're doing there, and you're doing a good job. Keep at it. And of course, we're just continuing with the conversation here. More and more recreational runners are finishing, and they're taking their medals, and they're just having smiles. Some are not having smiles on their faces, and I do know for sure it's not for a good reason. Those kilometers that they've covered, the 5 kilometers, the 10 kilometers, is not easy. But congratulations to each one of them. And we just want to continue the conversation here. We have Joyce Mutuku from the commercial director of TAWI. And Joyce, a pleasure to have you here with us. How are you doing?
Thank you. I know why they're smiling. It's because of the fruit at the finish.
That's the reward you get for...
So that's all courtesy of TAWI Fresh.
Oh, really?
We sponsored all the fruit for today at the finish and on the course.
Yeah.
So every runner looks forward to having a banana at the finish.
I think even me, after this, I'm going to have one.
Sure.
So, Joyce, kindly tell us about TAWI and how TAWI has managed to plug into Stanchart Marathon.
Yeah, so TAWI is a digital marketplace, and we aggregate the supply chain from farm to fork. So our power is in aggregation. We work with local farmers, Kenyan farmers, and we get the local produce from the Kenyan farmers and we supply to institutional buyers. So mainly hotels, restaurants, caterers, schools, hospitals, those are the people we supply to make sure they have fresh and safe food that they are putting on the plate for their clients. So that's who TAWI is. And really excited to be working with Standard Chartered on the marathon, supplying the fruit, all the fruit that we've had from the 5 kilometer mark all the way to the 42. We've supported the 42 route as well. And right here at the finish, everybody, every single runner is getting a fruit when they finish, whether it's a citrus fruit or a banana.
So you have citrus fruits and bananas.
Yes, but over and above that, we also supply anything a chef needs. Think about onions, tomatoes, green leafy vegetables, all your cauliflower, all your ho-hos, all that. We supply that to institutional buyers because that's our business and our power is in aggregation. So they give us an order through our online platform, and we aggregate from local farmers, so supporting farmers to grow and ensuring that the end user is getting fresh and safe food.
You keep on mentioning technology.
Yes.
And you know, technology and farmers, somehow in Kenya, we're not that advanced.
You would be shocked.
How do you link the farmer? How do you get to the farmer? How does the farmer link to you? How does the farmer then get to have their produce taken and it reaches the final destination?
Yeah, so first of all, we have an online platform, www.tawifresh.com. Our farmers actually have feature phones. So we register them on our platform. And what I mentioned about the power of the aggregation is that when the orders come in from our clients, we push those orders via digital to our farmers. So already when I'm registering you as a farmer, I know the produce you have. I know you have onions, I know you have tomatoes. So when I have orders for onions and tomatoes, I'm pushing them to you as a farmer. And then you're supplying that back to TAWI. And then we aggregate that and supply to the end user. So basically our base is technology. Technology enables everything that we do. All the way from farmer registration to the commercial kitchen registration, so that you're just sitting at your desk. You can use your laptop, you can use your feature phone to place your orders, and also our farmers, they can use their feature phones to see the orders that are coming through to them from TAWI.
So do you look for small-scale farmers or large-scale farmers, or is just a mix?
For us, we are here to impact smallholder farmers. So we work with smallholder farmers. Our farmers are spread all over Kenya. Today, most of our farmers are in the Kiambu area because our pack house is in Tilisi, up in Limuru. Kiambu, all the way up Nyandarua, we go all the way to Molo, for potatoes, the popular potato. Ukambani for all the fruits. All these oranges came from Ukambani, so Wakamba pia tumefikiwa in terms of providing something to the basket that a chef uses. So it's all over the country that we get our produce from, depending on where it grows, because not everything grows everywhere in the country. Some parts of the country, certain produce does better than others.
And why was it important for TAWI to come on board and support the thousands of participants taking part in this year's marathon?
So when we think fitness and when we think overall health, 80% is what you eat, right? So since we're in the food business and we're in the business of providing healthy food to the runners, we understand how important hydration is for the runners. Yes, you have the drinks, you have the gels, and you have everything the runners consume. However, the most important thing is the natural fruit. Watermelon, very high in water content, very high in sugar and electrolytes. Oranges as well. The banana gives you back the energy after. So for us, we felt it was important to first of all incorporate that as part of the entire cycle of fitness, because it's not just about exercising and running. It's also about what you're putting into your body. And that's why TAWI is here.
Looking ahead, how does this partnership fit into TAWI's broader commitment to promoting health, wellness, and active living among Kenyans?
Yeah, so number one, safe food. We provide safe food. So all the food you're eating in restaurants, the restaurants that we work with as TAWI, is safe, is traceable. That's number one. Number two, when you look at the individuals, teaching the habits of healthy eating. When you come to our stand today, we do have a stand here. You'll see we are making healthy smoothies, and we want to walk that journey with the runners. How do you make your healthy smoothies? How do you make sure you have the right food that you're consuming? Even as you're keeping fit, you're also complementing with a bigger picture, which is the food that you're consuming. So that is how TAWI comes in the bigger picture. And even bigger than that is the income to the farmer. As the marathon grows, today we have 30,000, who knows? The next time when we have 50, 100,000, you can work backwards and try to imagine the financial impact that will have to the farmers who provide the fruits and all the hydration that will be taken at this marathon. So that's how we are looking at it: health for the runners and impact and growth for our farmers.
Just before the conversation, lastly, we were talking about how you're an avid runner.
Did you just go there?
How do you get to plug in healthy living and nutrition into your fitness regime in order just to ensure that you're living a healthy life?
Yeah, so for me, personally, what I do is I have a regime in terms of before I run, what do I eat? So I'll eat oats, I'll eat bananas. These are foods that give you energy when you're going out to run. And these are easy to prepare kind of foods. So it doesn't have, I always look at it like it doesn't have to be complicated for you to have good nutrition as a runner. Things like oats in the morning, bananas, keeping hydrated during the day, simple things like chopping up fruit and putting it in your water, so that the people who don't like to take water, it makes it nice. And then you're able to take the water during the day and you can enjoy the water. Also the food, I try to keep it healthy. Brown rice,
I'm not a fan of brown rice for
sweet
sure.
potatoes, and you can make it fancy. It doesn't have to be boring and boiled. You can make good food taste good. All your hohos, think about all the things you can do with green peppers and make and colored peppers and make a beautiful meal as opposed to having a pizza, for example. So try to keep it healthy in terms of what you eat. There are so many options. From the garden, my friend likes to call them fruits of the soil and food of the soil. There is a lot of healthy options from the food of the soil that complements what you do on a daily basis.
Thank you very much, Joyce Mutuku, Commercial Director at TAWI. Of course, it's very interesting to link technology and farming, and the farmers are just able to benefit from this wonderful initiative by TAWI. And of course, we're continuing with the conversation, and now we want to cross over to our very own Yoshua Makuri, who is with athletes, fun runners who have enjoyed a wonderful run in the 22nd edition of the Stanchart Nairobi Marathon. Makuri.